What's going on, Onika? Good to see y'all.
Wonderful. Good to see you.
Thanks
How
for
you
the
feeling, F?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Thanks for the opportunity, brother.
Man, listen, man. You know, it's never enough time, so I'm glad I can get y'all on here. You know, and we can, you know, talk about some topics and have a good time. So I'm excited. You know, so yeah, y'all taking the time out to rock with me. You know how it is with the COVID.
Word up.
I'm glad none of y'all got a mask on or nothing like that. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then we live right now though. But
word up.
You know,
that's dope.
That I got y'all tagged. Y'all let me know if y'all on the
Facebook.
I tag y'all on my page too. Yeah.
I'm on your page.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to my Facebook so I can make sure that I accept the tag. Okay, hold on.
Is it coming through on my? Is it coming through on my page too?
Yeah, I see you. I tagged your F. William Samuel page, so you good. I even put the disclaimer up there so they don't try to send me an email and try to shut my page down.
Word up.
Yeah, man. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get right into it, and then whenever they join us, we'll But I think y'all sound good though. You know,
cool.
That sound good. I'm gonna tell you we here, and I'm gonna tell Eva we in here. But yeah, let's do it like this. First of all, like I said, thank y'all for taking the time out coming on here. We're gonna talk about some real stuff, and then we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff to get to know us as comedians. You know, different organic, funny questions. If you ever watch the show, if you tuning in, then you already know it's an organic place. You know, because we see each other on stage a lot of times and in passing and doing shows and supporting each other, but sometimes you don't get to get those just honest questions, you know what I'm saying, about us as comics that we gonna get hilarious answers. So before we get to that, let's get to the wellness check. And like I said, shout out to the Concourse Arts Foundation. This is something we started before the COVID, and it was, a part of the Concourse Comedy Festival. So I'm glad that we've turned this into a bigger platform to be able to connect with each other, chat and all that goodness, you know what I'm saying? So how are y'all doing, and how are y'all feeling about the climate of everything going on? I'm gonna start with Miss Onika first. How you feeling?
I'm feeling rested, wonderful, enlightened, and
okay.
I got a new energy about this whole thing. So I'm excited.
I hear that. What about you, F?
Hey man, I feel good, man. You know, we finally getting to the point where we figure out how this thing is going. You know, the first 30 days, we didn't really know what to do, man. It's like watching Family Feud reruns all day and, drinking margaritas at 1 o'clock in the afternoon just because.
For no reason. Just because.
And then it was like, okay, we got to figure out how we get our money.
Right.
And once you figure that out, you could calm down a little bit and things start to move smoothly. So it's better, man. The good news is no issues, man. The health is good, family is good, and that's it.
I was gonna say, it's different. We've all been home and the gyms is closed, and you got to be creative with your space, whether you're working out in the house. So some of us been doing that already. But have y'all been working out? I see F. Williams. I seen you with your bike shit. I seen you with your in-house routine. I'm hating.
Let me tell you, I bought a piece of equipment for $70, man. It's probably the best $70 I've ever spent. It allowed me to put my bike up on what they call a bike trainer.
Okay.
So I could ride inside. And it's helped a whole lot, man. You know, the funny thing about people working out is they always brag, man. And in the pandemic too, somebody called me and it was like, yo, I ran a sub 12-minute mile. And I said, yo, I ate 12 subs. That ain't nothing. So who you fooling?
Right.
But getting it in, man, is great. And just I'd be glad to get back to the gym too, for real. But I ain't rushing at all, man. I ain't rushing.
What about you, Onika?
I run, but I run outside normally. So I just run to the park and I do like some calisthenics and stuff in the park. And then I've been jumping rope. So I work out.
I've been keeping it consistent with working out, running, walking, and trying to change the diet. Cause this is the time, if you ain't figure out how to cook by now, it's a problem. You've been in the house 3 months. I always say this, there's a difference between cooking and heating stuff up. There's a difference now. A lot of fellas, y'all be trying to fake it and heat stuff up, but I've been chefing more, and I've been, watching my videos and cooking shows. So what about y'all? Y'all been chefing more? What's been going down?
Yeah, I cook a lot. I cook but I was cooking anyway, but it's hard when you running around in these clubs trying to get up, you know. So now I've been cooking more. Yeah, it's dope, you know. This is a good time. I know a lot of people died and stuff, but we needed a pause. Everybody needed a pause so you could figure it out. And what I found out, like I've been cooking, but what I found out is the stuff that I hadn't been doing, I just ain't want to do it. You know, I thought I ain't have time for it. I just didn't like it. I was just being lazy, and I don't want to do that. So I ain't gonna do it. That's it. That's how it is.
What about you, Beth?
Yo, let me first just say, Onika, you look real good, man. Like you on your way to a wedding or something.
First of all, Joe already had the damn joke.
No, I'm serious.
Are you ready for the heat?
I'm serious.
Yes or no? Huh?
I'm serious.
I said baby shower. I said baby shower.
It's not no baby shower. It's my friend's birthday celebration.
Yo, it looked like you're gonna turn it out, man. Congratulations to your friend.
Nah, she clean. She clean with it.
Yo,
it's all white. You know, East New York, we always be doing everything. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
No doubt. You know, black folks we ain't scared with the all white. We do all white anything, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kindergarten graduation, all white, you know.
Looking like we going to heaven.
Yo, hey, but yo, man, I've been cooking. You know, you cook at home a lot. You realize how much has to happen hey, look, it's not the cooking, man. I look around like, who gonna wash all these damn dishes? Because, you know, if you got 3 people in the house eating 3 meals a day,
yep.
Yo, my solution is throw all the pots and pans away, man. Go with the paper plates. And in terms of pots, you really only need like a crock pot and a waffle iron. You could make pretty much whatever you need to do.
No, you can't. What are you talking about? No.
I scramble eggs in the crock pot, man. I'll go live tomorrow morning and show you how to do it. For real. Because there's too many things to wash.
You're right.
Too many things to wash.
You ain't got a dishwasher? Because there's something that's...
Yeah, I got a dishwasher, but, you know, you know how they say the way we grew up, you got to wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, which makes no sense. You got to
wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher.
Wait, hold up. We have a dishwasher over here, and what do you mean washing them fully or rinsing them off before you load the dishwasher?
Yeah, rinsing them off before you wash them.
Though.
You gotta damn near clean them before you put them in there.
If you gotta touch the dishes to put them in a dishwasher, you might as well just wash the dishes.
Right. So just fill up that sink and just wash them dishes like old school for real, man. Sometimes it's easier for me to do that.
That's because you thinking like a slave, F. You got to use your technology.
You do. But yo, I be trying to
think like a slave.
I be trying to save money on the Jet Dry. I don't buy the extra rinse powder. So I wash the dishes and they be dirty when you come out. I'm like, damn, I could have washed them.
But don't you have a wife? Yes, 2 of y'all got 2 incomes.
She ain't buying shit. She ain't doing shit. Hey, look, you talk about, hey, don't get on domestic labor. My wife will sweep the floor and leave that shit in a pile on the middle of the floor. And what I learned how to sweep is 2 steps. You sweep it and then you get an envelope or album cover or a magazine and pick it up.
You know what? They got this other thing. They got this other thing. They got a dustpan. You can use a dustpan too.
You know what she does? She'll be like, yo, I swept. The least you could do is pick it up. And I just be stepping over piles like a motherfucker. I just be doing lunges in the crib, just stepping over piles.
That's because y'all been together for a long time.
25 years.
That's
Rick. What up, Rick?
We argue over meaningless shit.
Yeah, you know, when you've been together for a long time, you're arguing over the dumbest things. You be like, why you keep breathing? Why?
Do y'all find y'all doing more laundry now that you home? You weighing up more stuff, or you wearing? Or you doing less laundry now that you doing
less because he not taking showers. Cause you know what?
Word out.
I'm still taking 3 showers a day. Chill.
Yo, no, you not. You liar.
Yo,
I am.
No, you not.
Not
no,
me. Not me.
I might have skipped one day.
I'm getting like 4 days.
You washing like everybody else every other day.
Yo, I'm getting like 4 days out of these gym shorts, man. Like 4 days, and that's with the workout.
They're gonna be sticking to your legs. Ew, this is disgusting.
Word up.
Crazy. on a serious note, before we get to more funny, like I said, with the climate going around, with all the shootings, I know we comedians and they expect us to address it on stage. We can't a lot of times right now, especially because of COVID, you know, so we have the outlet like this. So I like to ask y'all as people and as human beings, you know, outside of comedy, how does it make you feel with everything going on? I'm gonna go to Onika first and then F.
You said about the shootings, or
about the shootings, about
you talking about Chicago?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say sum it all up, if you would.
Okay.
Like your feelings about everything going on.
Okay. This is necessary because change is hard, and I know that this country and this world is going to change as it relates to Black people because everybody had to wake up. But it's just not going to be pretty. It's going to be a mess, and it's scary. It's unfortunate, but it's so necessary because the status quo has always been we are the target. The status quo has always been something that's on our necks, impeding us from trying to be great. When the masses, and I witness the masses. I am in different rooms and I see how easy it is for other people, and it's easy because it's systematically set up to be easier for them, and so that privilege, and that's what needs to be shaken up, because as long as you act like it's not happening, what we always do, pretend like it's not happening, let's ignore it, then we can never address it. It's like a cheating ass man. You know he got a girlfriend. I know you got a girlfriend, right? Like you go
every conversation got to come back to the men cheating.
Excuse me.
That
was only one conversation.
I thought we was talking about civil unrest.
I was finishing my.
I thought you was talking about civil unrest and justice in these streets.
I don't know. This ain't even got nothing to do with you. I ain't even talking about you and your wife. I'll get to y'all later.
Hold on. What up, Eva? What up, you?
Hey, what's up?
Can you see all of us?
Wait, hold on. Let me wait.
Can you see all of us, Eva?
Hi, you're so pretty.
Hey, Eva.
What's good, you?
What's up? What's popping? What's popping, everybody?
Can you see all of us? Can y'all see all of us?
I can see everybody.
Yeah. What's up?
Can you see all of us?
Hold on, let me put some pants on.
I'm still being retarded. Hold on, I'm being retarded.
Oh, swipe left, Teddy Riley. Swipe left, Teddy Riley.
I'm good now. I'll see everybody. What's happening?
All right.
The Eva says going to put pants on. You don't need pants.
I'm gonna catch y'all up to speed. We at F Will. Then I'm gonna go to you. Then I'm gonna come to Eva. We talking about the climate real quick on a serious note before we get back to the funny stuff. How do y'all feel about it as human beings? Because we know we're comics. So we just getting, kind of like y'all perspective as people about what's going on. So Onika just went. I know you still going, Onika, or you was good?
I'm still going, but he's going to try to take my time. Like,
I was just
asking a
question.
Go ahead, and then F, and then you, and then Eva. Go ahead.
Okay. Right, it must be addressed. It must be addressed. Yes, not only comedians need to talk about this, but everybody needs to talk about it. Your silence is deafening. You have to talk. This has been wrong. It's systematically wrong. You talk about education. They're like, oh, you need education, right? But let's talk about the prison to pipeline and the fourth graders. Let's be clear. We're not retarded. We see how it's gone down, how it's been. Oh God, that was
Eva giving everybody glasses.
Yeah, crack shot messed you up this time. It wasn't me.
Okay,
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to open up the windows.
Oh no, you're fine.
Good, Eva. Go ahead, Nika.
Okay, black people. Okay, Eva's a black person. Okay, anyway. Okay, so we all have to address it. Like there has to be a point, and this is the what's so amazing about this time right now is everybody has to stand up, and now we'll notice the people that's sitting down and being quiet. If there's no risk, everybody is talking.
Right.
That's my spiel.
Go ahead, F.
Yo, it's amazing how you put civil unrest and social injustice.
Are we talking about me? Or are we talking about civil unrest? Are we talking about
and then you weave men cheating in there, man. I don't know what that had to do. I know analogy is analogy, but men cheating, I ain't know how that came up. Anyway,
America's been cheating on the black man for years.
You're right.
That's another show.
Yo, yeah, hey, yo, on the real, man, it's it's sad to see so many people understanding what we've known for all our lives. Right. It's like that thing where people say, well, you know, if the police are behind you, why are you all nervous? You ain't do nothing. It's years and years of conditioning, man. It's years and years of conditioning, and we finally get an opportunity to explain that, and they still don't understand how it feels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're right. We needed all this pressure. We needed the people. And let me tell you about these young folks. This generation, man, they don't got no time for it. You know, I appreciate the energy. I appreciate how they move, and they serious, man. They serious.
Word, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the millennials.
Yeah,
Shout
and they bring in the pressure the way we need to bring it, and it's a good time to get what we need. Like after the 60s, the civil unrest, we got a bunch of stuff, right? And it's gonna be the same thing now. It's like a land grab, I'm calling it, right? Because now everybody want to pay attention, everybody want to wake up, everybody want to do something. But yo, chill on these statues and all that, man, because that ain't the issue. That ain't the issue. If we took all the references away from slavery and white men, we'd be standing in the middle of a field somewhere, right? Not able to do anything. So let's get to the heart of what it really is, man, and work on some legislation, and that's what we're doing. We getting police reform. We getting legislation like that.
You gotta take down the statues too, because the kids, when they coming up and they see this,
but once again, where do you stop? We stop trading dollars. Right?
No
we've been trying to get Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. At this rate, we're gonna get it like next week, right? I think we can get Tupac on the $10 bill the way it's going right now, because they try to fix everything.
They like what? They like, wait a minute, but you know what they haven't fixed? Fibroids, edge control, like we alopecia.
Yo, we got a long way to go. Hey, let me start with sickle cell. We need sickle cell fixed too while you at it.
But I just feel like all the stuff that is ailing us, we need all of it.
They're not fixing nothing. These are distractions.
We got specific stuff that affects us alone. So if they want to fix some stuff, they could do more for me than take down.
But they're not fixing nothing though.
They could put some research.
They're not fixing it.
They're not fixing nothing. Oh, you guys want the cops?
All they doing is talking. All they doing is talking.
No, what they're doing is distracting.
But they're not fixing nothing. So,
they're not fixing, because you kept saying fixing. They're not fixing shit.
Well, like I said, you could chill with the statues, because that ain't fixing nothing for me. You know, taking Aunt Jemima off the pancake box, that ain't doing nothing for me either.
That ain't nothing.
So let me say this.
Give out some loans, you know, start broadening the curriculum.
Exactly.
Start broadening the curriculum for Black businesses.
Give us some new deal.
For Black
give
businesses.
us some new deal.
Give folks an opportunity to get houses and mortgages. You know what I'm saying? And then you can start to deal with it. Until then, you're doing nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. I can respect, y'all opinions on the statues. I think a lot of people have their own way of responding, in their own way, and that's pulling shit, stealing shit, tearing shit down. So I don't promote it. I don't definitely in any way, do that. But it's crazy, it definitely got the attention of legislation, I would say, and I do think things are going to change. So what you think, But then I'm gonna come to you, Eva.
All right.
Oh, what? Like as far as the whole thing?
Just everything going on.
You
know what I'm saying? We can hear you good.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. It's God's will. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Because this one situation, it garnered the whole world's attention. You know what I mean? The whole world tuned in, and it's like for the first time in history, like the whole world know about how I feel like to be Black, like worrying about the smallest shit, and like my man was saying, like just being conditioned to just like just to realize, just being conditioned to think that getting away from a traffic stop is like, ooh, that was a close call. Just being blessed. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't answer that. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to it, man.
Word.
I'm used to getting profiled. I was working at I know.
You from Philly? You from Philly too? You from Philly?
We used to it.
And listen, Philadelphia is a racist city. You know what I mean? And it's very what's the word I'm trying to find? It's very segregated. Because if you go towards South Philly, that's where like all the white people at, and it's like it's real racist, man. It's like I don't know. It's crazy because it's like I'm used to getting profiled, and it's like I shouldn't be used to that, but I'm so used to it, it don't even bother me no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know what I'm talking about? Like try waking up in the morning and like walking past a car and just hearing locks, like the locks lock. You be like, bitch, I wasn't gonna do nothing to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just conditions. It's
Yo, no, it be, but I get that from, I used to work for Amazon, and it's like an Amazon hat on, Amazon shirt and everything. I'm not gonna lay the door, and all I see from the blinds is, may I help you? Can I help you? Did you order something? I'm Amazon now. Like, did you order something? Okay, then it's like, just relax. Like, you don't gotta be scared of me. If you see I'm black with a beard, that shit is it's sad.
Like you
I got an Amazon.
To come rape her.
I got an Amazon tattoo on my eyeball. The bitch still, you know what? How about come get it from the street now? Come get your shit from the street. That should be crazy, man. But you know, listen, man.
Eva, what do you think, Eva?
Well, first I want to say this. I just moved in on Wednesday, so I'm sitting on the floor because I don't got no furniture really. So I don't want people dragging me in the comments like, why this bitch ain't got no furniture?
Oh my God, shoot,
yeah, I gotta put that disclaimer out there first. But what I think about,
you good?
I don't know. I just feel like I feel there's a lot of distractions. Like I don't know. Like we just asking for police brutality to be addressed, to be corrected. And they're like, oh, you got a problem with how the police treat you? All right, well, we gonna change the character voices on Family Guy. We gonna take Aunt Jemima. we gonna take Aunt Jemima off and Uncle Ben off the boxes. Oh, we gonna paint some streets black. Yeah, but what about the police though?
Yep.
And then even within the Black community, with all due respect, Black trans lives matter too. Yeah, Black lives. When we said Black lives, we were including y'all too.
Yeah, right. It's like,
everybody
when we said Black lives, we didn't say Black straight lives.
Right.
Everybody.
We said Black. If you have a Black lives, period. Like, why did you? I don't understand the need to identify. Because, and this is why Black people can never get shit done, because we always gotta be putting each other against one another. Like, oh, light skin, dark skin, dark skin, trans lives. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? We included y'all. Not one time did anyone say this was a heterosexual Black fight.
Right.
That was never ever said. So for them to come and make it seem like they were excluded or they don't like that we don't got time for that right now. If you want to discuss,
shit is in the way.
If you want to discuss homophobia or transphobia in the Black community, we could do that at another time amongst one another.
Right.
Because yes, as a whole, as Black people, we have issues within one another. We have colorism. We have every whole bunch of phobias. You understand what I'm saying? So we can talk about that. That's a family matter. We can talk about that shit later. Right now, we need to get these white folks in check. So y'all need to, like, honestly, with all due respect, I don't want to be dragged 10 years later when I'm trying to host the Oscars and they're gonna be like, oh, well, Eva Agnes is transphobic. That's not what the fuck this is. That's not what the fuck this is.
Yo, I like that spirit to claim that shit 10 years up.
Yeah, like, because, you know, people's careers depend on this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that is an eternal issue that we can talk about later. Right now, what we talking about is police brutality. Let's stay the fuck on task.
Let's talk about this company, how you can't stay in your house without getting shot, why you can't be sleeping in your bed without getting shot. You can be trans, you can be gay, you can be whatever the hell, but at the end of the day, when the police, were Black, and that's why you were shot. You were Black.
The police, they don't go, oh, that's a, they don't see gay, straight, they see nigga.
Yo, that's like being at a breast cancer rally and motherfucker walk in like, yo, what about testicular cancer though? What's up with that? Yo, we talking about breast cancer. It ain't nobody gonna walk in like
No.
You know
what it's like is saying is a cancer rally. And then you got people with breast cancer like, oh, what about breast cancer? Bitch, we said cancer in general. That's
either way.
Do you have
but they
cancer?
always want to call out our shit.
Like, nigga, this is a cancer walk. We said cancer. Breast cancer too, bitch. Come on.
Can I just say this? And I'm going to go to the ladies first, and then I'm going to come to the fellas on this. First of all, shout out to everybody on the Facebook Live. Shout out to Katrina Pope. Appreciate you for coming in. My brother Gray is in the building. Peterson, Rick, Jamie, the squad, Hayward. I want to ask y'all this, and then we're going to get to the funny after this, but this is some serious shit. Is it time for a woman president? Not a vice president, not an advisor. Is it time for somebody to come on and just tell everybody, get y'all shit together. I'm just saying, like we need that type of female presence, like in the White House, almost like a mother figure for the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like we could say Michelle Obama, but do y'all think it's time for a woman president? I'm gonna go to the ladies first.
It's time for a black woman president. That's what the fuck it's time for.
Of course, I was saying I was implying black. Of course.
No, you gotta say it because woman, there could be. I need to hear black. I need to hear right now. Feel it.
Yeah, I'll vote for Michelle Obama tomorrow.
I think it's time for a midget president, man. We need a midget in the White House because I'm just playing. That's just bullshit.
What you think, Onika?
I really think that President Trump needs to fuck the rest of everything up. Like just blow it all up because we just need to redo the whole thing. And so do I think that a black woman would need to come in and clean it up? It's so sad and it's so true because that's what we've been doing historically. Like it's really sad that everything is on our edges. Like even Black Lives Matter, like even Black Lives Matter was started by 3 black women. Like, and then that's still like, it's still black men matter, but the black women are always supporting the whole goddamn world. It's black women. So
I feel that
at the time, I feel like we have to have that, and we should, and I know that we are, but I just feel like we always cleaning up the mess of the world. We are damn, and then you know, and then you not clean your ass up, and then you leave my ass for a white girl. Like it's always
talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna leave. We're not gonna leave you and go to. We're not gonna leave you and go to Switzerland.
That's not all of it. Not all of it.
No, we're not gonna leave and go to Switzerland.
No, you do it every time.
Not all of us.
Historically, it's always an other when it comes to black women, right? And it's like, and we do clean it up. We're the most educated. We're the most entrepreneurial. We're the ones that's like,
that's a fact.
We support the churches. It's all of us. It's like, it's always all of us. It's just kind of like disheartening because it's like, oh, y'all get to clean it up again? Nah,
but that's why we exist.
Blow it up and then let's start over. Let's all do it.
I think
fellas,
that's why
what y'all think, fellas? Go ahead,
I think that's why we exist.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's why we exist. The black woman, no doubt, is cleaning up, and we need that. Everybody playing a role, right? Even the Me Too movement was started by Tarana Burke, right? And they co-opted that shit, and everybody just jumped on that, and you don't even hear or see her anymore, right? So the same way, you know, it's nothing new, man. Everybody want to co-opt what we got. Civil rights was for black people, and then all of a sudden, it's for gay people too, and it's for everybody else who's been marginalized. Even feminism, you know what I'm saying? So it was born out of our struggle, and we should be able to benefit from it without having to apologize to anyone. You know, and it still ain't equal yet, and it still ain't right yet.
It's still not right. It's not, but civil rights. Then we watered it down again because civil rights was.
Well, we didn't water it down.
No, listen.
They watered it down.
No, listen. It was no blacks, no gays, no Jews. Right? That's what the civil rights movement was. It was
Jews.
Yeah, but we was marching for us.
We were marching for everybody. That was the problem.
Yeah, but we was marching and calling out injustices where they was occurring, right? We wasn't in the Jewish neighborhoods and the ghettos and seeing that their discrimination. We was responding to what we was seeing, what was happening to us in terms of employment, housing, discrimination, and finances.
It wasn't black civil rights. It was civil rights for people. Like, that's the thing. Right now, just black.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because once black people get it, everybody else gonna get it. Of course.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody benefits from it. You know,
everybody been got it.
Nobody don't really want the struggle, but they want the benefit.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I want to hear from you. Come on, you.
Oh yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. No, I think y'all talk about a black female president. I think that'd be dope. A black female president would be dope because don't nobody know how to get shit done like black women.
Okay.
I'm serious.
That's a fact.
No, for real. I'm serious. Cause like, you know how many sisters I know that was like, you know how many sisters I know that was staying in like shelters with 3 kids and single, and then a year later they got master's degrees and shit, and a new car and a house. Like, they superheroes, man. I'm serious.
It's not magic.
Black women are superheroes. I seen my mom do it.
Facts.
I see my mom do it, man. Just working miracles. How the fuck we didn't die as kids? You know how many like
That's a fact.
Like
bro.
hungry nights, bro. I'm serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just black women make miracles. Yeah, man. But you know what's crazy about black folks, though? The serious tip, y'all. I think it's like I'm saying we, because I'm including myself. I don't want to figure nobody out. But it's like we're so satisfied with temporary band-aids, like temporary solutions, like a black president. You get a black president, black people think they reached the promised land. Like, no, a lot more has to be done. You know what I mean? A lot more, man. And a lot more. And that shit runs deep. Like, it runs deeper than surface level. Like, all that systematic shit got to get, like, fuck Aunt Jemima on a $20 bill. Like, no. Like, we need, like, it's like embedded stuff that needs to be changed, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and sad to say, in my opinion, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, because it has to get worse. It's gonna have to get worse for us to realize that all we have in this world is each other. Nobody else don't give a fuck about us the way we gonna have to love. You know what I'm saying? Like the way we supposed to like love and support each other, man. Like it's like we always looking for a savior outside of us. Oh, we need a leader. Like, no, why can't we all be leaders? Why can't we all? It's like we all need to realize that it's not going to get better until we learn to love each other.
Coming to you, F next.
I got neighbors. Listen, I got neighbors on my block, right? That I haven't met. And I'm guilty of this too. Like, it's like we just eyeball each other for no reason. I got neighbors that I haven't met till 2 years later, and I'm like, I should have been said hi to this motherfucker. This nigga's cool as shit. But we so conditioned to like, oh, I ain't speaking. Like, well, I don't know why and I'm guilty of it myself. I'm working on it. But that needs to stop. That's just my opinion. That's all.
F, what you was gonna say?
I just think we gotta use the system as well. While we trying to change the system, we gotta use it. It's still people out here who don't vote, right? And it ain't about a president, right? We need them black legislators. You see how all these Supreme Court judges, all these judicial branch judges is getting approved? We gotta be able to vote legislators, assembly persons, House of Representatives, all that, local, city council, school board. Folks ain't even interested in that. All they looking at is the White House, and the people who affect them the most is on the local level, and they don't get involved as a whole. Not everybody, as a whole.
In Brooklyn,
so
everybody's black.
That's everything black. I know Brooklyn is a planet amongst itself, but everybody need to be mobilized like that, right? And right now, we not. We get involved in conversations, and we'll blow them all up on Facebook and Instagram, talking their head off, right? But we're gonna go vote. So we got to make certain that while we changing the system, that we use the system to make certain that we can get what we get.
And
I want to ask y'all this.
We should ask for some people to get arrested, because I noticed a bunch of DAs that were like railroading black guys and putting them in jail. In Brooklyn, Charles Hines, like he just like skirted away. Like, I'm just saying, 36 people before Ken Thompson died, he brought home like about 36 black dudes that all he did was open up their files, and the city was railroading.
Oh, it's unfair.
Why is this not in jail? Why is Charles Hines not in jail?
That's why we got to vote for the DAs, the sheriffs, the assembly persons, everybody.
I want to ask y'all this. It's always good to get y'all take on political views. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for coming on. I got some questions that's, we know each other from being on stage, like I said, and whether they seen us on tour, or on television, and what have you not, or making appearances, like we've all done in our, well-respected, individual careers. But what were y'all like? And this is one of my favorite questions. I'm gonna go to you first, Eva. What were y'all like in middle school? I'm talking 6th, 7th grade. What were you like? Describe yourself before you became who you are today. What the hell were you like in middle school? Let's get it. Eva, you first.
Middle school, I would say, is probably the worst 4 years of my life. I fucking hated middle school. I hate everyone I know from middle school.
Yeah.
Because they all be my DMs. And middle school is, oh man. I went to school with a whole bunch of assholes. I was bullied a lot. I was OD bullied. Like, I remember one time, like, I had a dog, and my dog was like my best friend. I love my dog. And it was a little Yorkie, and I guess like he had gotten through the gate or whatever when I went to school, and then I came back home and he wasn't there. So I put like all these flyers around town looking for my dog. Do you know the fucking kids from school took the flyers down from around town and put them in my locker? So when I opened my locker, like 150 flyers came.
Nah.
Yeah, I swear to God. And now they're all in my DMs like, oh, we saw you on TV. We're so proud of you. I'm not even gonna respond. I'm gonna leave your ass on red.
Listen, that's hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go to Onika next, and I'm gonna come to F, and then you. What were you like in middle school, Onika? Come on.
I was bullied in elementary
What's
school.
up with this bullying? What schools were y'all in?
Because kids are evil. Kids are evil.
I know, but where were you going to? All right, so hold on, but wait. Where were you at, Onika? What school was this? Like what?
It was so I was bullied in PS 273 in East New York because all of them was high in elementary school and retarded ass kids. Okay, so I had my own personal bully. It was like a domestic violence situation. He made me like write his
Oh
own
my
work.
God.
He called me on nigga. He would pull off
Y'all
my
need private school.
scarf. He would feel my titties. It was so ridiculous.
They
I
ain't
hate
no
that
charter
he
schools back
died.
then.
Hallelujah. I was so happy when I saw that he died on Facebook because he took
Oh my God!
She's
Yo.
stupid.
I was happy. Like a little bit, you'd be like, good. Like, so he
That's
died.
fucked up.
But then by the time I got to middle school, I had fought him in sixth grade after, like right before graduation.
Why
And
you
he beat
say
the
my
whole
microphone
crap
keep
out
going
of
out?
me.
Right.
You know how you get the balls to fight your bully and then they beat the crap out of you? Like,
Right.
I should have just kept me in his. So then by the time I got to middle school, I just fought everybody. So then I was just the bully.
That's what I needed to do.
Transition.
I need to fight everybody. I'm fighting everybody now.
I just
F,
fought
what were you
everybody.
like?
I just fought everybody.
Yo, in middle school, I killed that shit, man. I won the spelling bee. Yo,
Oh,
I won the
no.
district-wide spelling bee. And look, this is the funny shit. I won the spelling bee for my whole school and went to the citywide spelling bee and got out on the first damn word. I think
What
they
was the
cheated
word?
me.
What was the word?
The word,
I
never forget it. I never forget. The word was absentee.
What's the word?
The word was absentee.
And what did
And
you
they said
spell?
I spelled it wrong, but yo, you know how kids could be cruel. When I was coming off stage, I heard somebody say, "Get your ass off the stage." It was a fucking teacher. It was a teacher.
Oh, shit.
Hey, look, they was looking at me like Killmonger and Black Panther. They was like, "This is your king? This is your king?" Yo,
What did you spell though? The word was
I thought I
absentee.
spelled
How did you get it
absentee.
wrong?
I
What
thought I spelled absentee. Maybe I put 2 E's in the wrong place because there's 2 E's
It's two
in the
E's at
middle
the
and
end.
there's 2 E's at the end.
Right.
Right? And
That's
yo,
funny.
but yo, aside from that, man, I was a patrol. I had that orange belt, cross shit with the badge and everything. I was killing it, man, in middle school, no doubt. I was killing it.
Spelling bee.
Yo, I killed it.
That's hilarious.
Yo,
What
but
about you?
they cheated me when I went to the district though, man. And look, I grew up in East Orange, man. East Orange is one of the blackest cities per capita based on population. It's like 88% black.
Right.
And the funny thing is, you know, when you say East Orange, people think, well, you know, yo, do you rap? And I'm like, man, look, in 1981, 82, everybody was rapping. You know, we'd be in class and be like, yo, homeboy, I don't think that you fresh. I'm down by law and I could pass the test. And that'd be the principal just doing the morning announcements. You know, everybody was rapping in
That's Curtis
81.
Blow shit.
1981, 82, everybody was rapping. So you wasn't
That's
special.
like some Curtis Blow shit.
Yo, you wasn't special if you was rapping in 1981, man. That was everybody. But yo, I killed it. I killed it.
All right, you. How were you in middle school, man? I want to know. Come on.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my service is bad. So you said what was I like in middle school?
Yeah, middle school. What were you like, bro?
Horny, man. Horny. Just, puberty. Because listen, because I was like, 11. I was in 6th grade. I was 11, 12, 13, all through middle school. And I mean, like, that's when my grades started declining, man. I started liking girls. It was like, and I started doing any little dumb little shit that'll get the girls. I started just being a follower, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't embrace my individualism yet. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you're a teenager, you know, like, you trying to be like the cool people in the neighborhood. And the cool people in my neighborhood was the drug dealers. So, you know, just doing stuff, being a follower and shit. You know, you get older, like, damn, I wish I would have just went to class and been a nerd, man. I was always smart. You know what I mean? I was just a follower. So, but other than that, man, just yeah, that's it, man. Just, you know what I mean?
All right, I got another.
Look at an ass in class all day long. Look at an ass in class.
Outside of comedy, we all have jobs and day jobs or careers and what have you not. But what's the weirdest job or craziest job you've ever had? I'm gonna go to Onika and then Eva, and then we'll go back to the guys. What's the weirdest job all time? It could be something when you were younger. What's the weirdest job you've ever had, Onika?
I don't think I've had a weird job. Like, I worked at Pizza Hut. And then like I worked at Pizza Hut. I used to
There
steal
you go.
I used to steal they I used to just ring up coffees all day and put I made like 200 a day at Pizza Hut. I was so fly. I stole all their money. Are you kidding me? I stole their money.
At Pizza Hut, ringing up coffee, stealing pizza. That's funny.
No, I didn't steal the pizza. I stole the cash. I would just, because I wasn't that good at math, so I was just charging people $2 and then the 49 cents. So I'd be like 20, 49. Like everything was 49 cents because the coffee was 49 cents. I was so fresh. I had Gucci boots. I was fly.
Eva, weirdest job you've ever had?
Weirdest?
Or craziest?
Craziest? In college, I had 2 crazy jobs in college. One of them was I worked at a nursing home for like severely disabled, like adults, like mentally disabled though. Mm-hmm. Like they were like I had a 35-year-old client. He was still in diapers, but he was 35. He could speak and everything, but he was just very slow. Like he had mental issues or whatever. That was one. And then my other job in college, I used to basically deliver drugs from Queens to Washington Heights, ecstasy pills.
Okay.
What was weird about that?
I was gonna say that was my next question.
You said crazy. You said crazy.
Well, craziest. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But what was? But I mean, anything weird or crazy happened at the first job with the you know?
Oh yeah, like I had to change his diaper so his dick would be hard, like. Because he's definitely like, you know, he's 35 and he in a diaper, but he know a bad bitch when he see one. You feel me?
I mean, was he slow? Was he slow?
I was gonna say,
yeah,
he's fast on that thing.
What the fuck you think?
I thought that might have been his style. I don't know.
No,
I'm fucking with you.
You know a bad bitch when he see one. That's funny.
Yeah. That was the setup. Like, baby, that was the setup. Like, baby, I can't do this by myself now. Come on.
What you say, Eva?
No, he didn't know a lot of words. He didn't know a lot of words. He could tell me when he was hungry, when he went to use the bathroom, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But his dick was hard. I'm like, look at niggas. Niggas is always gonna be niggas. No matter they could be. No matter what the fuck going on, he got on diapers. It don't even matter. He want to fuck a bitch when he want. Like, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, F, weirdest job, and then you, F, weirdest craziest job you ever had?
Yo, you know, it don't matter what job you work at, man. Black folks always gonna ask you for a hookup. You could be collecting sperm from a fucking whale, and they gonna be like, yo, y'all hiring down there? Yo, you gotta learn how to swim. Collecting sperm from the whales, and they still want a job. But yo, I worked at Burger King, and like Onika, I worked at Burger King like Onika, man. We was getting all that money, man. Yo, we had to work our way up to the register, but if a mug got on drive-through, paid in full. I mean, like Eric B. and Rakim paid. Like Eric B. and Rakim paid in full. Yo, it don't have nothing to do with counting. We had it down to a science. You want a Whopper with cheese, a large fry, and a tab. Man, we had them prices memorized. We didn't even have to go on the register because the register come up short. We had it on lock, man. We like, that's $4.75 all day.
Yeah.
Whopper with cheese, a large fry, and a tab.
That was some young scammers.
Yo, hey, look, they put you in that position. They put you in that position because they was only paying us back then. Minimum wage was like $3.35.
$3.35. Right? What year was that?
Yo,
what year
was that? Look, I'm 53, man. I'm 53 years old. I'm 53 years old. I'm telling you.
I know, OG. But what year? Because shit, that sound like cigarettes was $2 a pack.
Yo, minimum wage was $3.35. This was probably 1982.
I'm
83.
Okay, great. That's
83.
Okay.
Right? And look, they made it worse. They made it worse because if you work in fast food, you expecting at least to eat for free. Yeah. They wouldn't let us eat for free. All we got was drinks for 5 cents.
Yeah.
So we was like, all right, I got you. No problem. You ever see, like, it's funny because we used to have this thing where you couldn't throw away food. It was called the waste container, and you had to mark it down because I guess they got some sort of financial calculation for how much food. And like, if a sandwich was expired over like 12 minutes, you were supposed to put it in the waste and throw it away.
Right.
Yo, the manager walk in and be like, yo, anybody want to take out the garbage? Niggas be like, me. Everybody wanted to take out the waste, man.
I'm gonna say this.
I learned how to eat like 3 Whoppers in like 10 seconds.
That sounds unhealthy.
Before I go to you,
at 17, that's what we was doing.
Before I go to you, Yoob, about the crazy way this job, I want to say this to Onika and F and all of y'all. You know, Mike Epps said it best. If you got that coworker at your job and he's dancing around all day, the nigga's stealing.
The nigga's stealing.
Nigga making $5 an hour. Ain't no reason why this nigga that happy at work. Nigga. This nigga is stealing, nigga.
Oh well.
But nah, you craziest weirdest job you've ever had.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, but before I get on that, I want to say I used to work, I was listening to what he was saying about the sandwiches. I used to work at KFC in West Philly, right? It was a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and like 96, right? I was like 17. Yo, I dropped a whole tray of original recipe chicken on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Pick that motherfucker right back up, put it right back on that rack, and put it right in the display case. People like, oh, this chicken is crunchy. I was young, I ain't care. But you know, the craziest job, I was a kid, but the craziest job I ever had was I used to bag rock salt, like, you know, the rock salt that they put on the like on the snow.
Yeah. The
rock salt.
Okay.
I got a job bagging that up in the factory because my grandma was like, "Listen, you got to find you a job." She got on my ass about it. I said, "All right." And she told me to go down to labor.
I got a question. How the hell? What tools did they give you to bag the salt up? Was they giving you a cup? What?
Yeah, ice cream scoop.
No, it used to come down an assembly line. And you hold the bag and like seal. You just seal the bag through the machine. But I was like 18. I was working with a bunch of ex-felons and shit.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was just crazy. I had many times just asking myself, like, how did I get here? Like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like,
I got one for y'all. I was 16 years old, and you know, at that time, it's summertime. You're trying to double up. You're trying to get 2 jobs. So I tried to work at UPS, and UPS had this shift called the graveyard shift.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2:30 in the morning to 8:30 in the morning, and I'm 16. Look, I'm lit. I'm like, all right, this is what I got to do. I'm going to work. And what my responsibilities was to take the packages off the assembly line and put them on the right corresponding brown truck for it to go off for delivery. In the morning.
You was loading?
Listen, it was loading. It was, look, and I'm supposed to put it by address. Mm-hmm. Listen, by colors, by address. I'm in there the first week. I'm in there dancing and shit. I'm having a good time. I'm fucking up all the trucks. Look, I'm fucking up routes. I got shit going to Jersey from Baltimore, nigga. Look, I'm just look. I got fired. Like, nah, you can't be here, dog. You fucking up my route. You're fucking up my route. But
hey, Joe, I work.
No, go ahead, you.
Yo, I worked at UPS. I worked at UPS for a week, and they fucked my check up, bro. And I mean,
do we lose him?
His Metro PCS tapped out.
Yo, I worked at UPS.
Patty Riley, we got you back, you. We got you back, you.
Yeah, I'm back.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I worked at UPS for a week and they fucked my check up. My check was like $86. I just never went back. I never investigated it. I was already. No, because I already had a stream of income from somewhere else. I was like, man, fuck this shit. I was trying to please my grandma. My grandma was still alive. She was getting old. Like, I wanted her to see me doing something productive. I was just like,
not
crazy,
for $86. I got another question for y'all.
Hey, yo, Joe, I worked at UPS too, though, man.
For real?
And, yeah. And I was in
the by color,
unloading them big ass trucks. And I went from making $3.35 at Burger King to $8 an hour.
Oh,
UPS was paying back then. But here's the thing they used to do, and I don't know if it happened to y'all. They would work you. If you work 30 days, you could get in the union. Right. Everybody was getting fired on day 29. I got fired on day 29. So they would just get all they could out of you and make certain that you don't get none of them benefits and that you don't progress, man. Everybody got fired on day 29.
That's a systematic racism.
That's right.
Precisely.
Right.
Real shit. That's not even a joke. That's
right.
That's systematic racism.
I got a real question now. In comedy, we've all had great nights. We've all had nights where everything is clicked, whether it was an arena, a theater, somewhere you've performed, you've opened for somebody, a big name, whatever the case may be, you felt what a great night has felt like. I want to know real quick from all of y'all, name a night that it didn't go right. Maybe it wasn't your fucking night, you bombed. I'm gonna start it off. I always tell this story. I was at a Broadway Comedy Club in New York. This is my second year in comedy. This was like 2012. And, you know, you feeling yourself because you feel like, oh, I'm doing this for 2 years. This shit lit. I figured this shit out. It was a packed night. I was opening it up for Keith Robinson. Everybody know Keith Robinson from Philly.
Yeah.
He's, you know, responsible for Kevin Hart.
Shout out to Keith.
Listen, Keith hooked me up. Matter of fact, Monroe Martin was on the show. And R.I.P. Chris Cotton was on the show as well too. That night.
Rest in peace, Chris Cotton, man. That's my guy right there.
I was so hyped to rock with them. Great energy. I get up there, it's packed. It's the room downstairs, and you know the Richard Pryor room. It's packed. 250 plus down there. I get up there, and you know when it's just not your night, when like the little jokes ain't. Listen, your starter jokes ain't working. Your punchline, something is not working.
That shit just don't be.
I knew it was bad when I heard the conversation way in the back, like, all right, so what the fuck we doing? This show obviously ain't it right now. And I was just like, damn, like this what we doing? And I felt that. I was like, ooh, like this ain't it. This ain't the feeling. So I'm gonna go to F and then I'm gonna go down to Eva. And then we'll work our way. Name a night that you felt you bombed or you didn't have it.
Yo, I got a lot of those, man. Shit.
We all do.
But I'm gonna start with I did a show for United Negro Council of Women. Like a jazz brunch. Ooh. And it was an older crowd, and I figured, you know, I wasn't. It was younger. It was earlier in my career, and I wasn't really reading rooms. So I got there, and I asked the lady. I said, you know, is anything I need to stay away from, or any language? She was like, nope. Everybody's adult. Go ahead and do your thing. I went out there with my shit, man. And they was like, what? And then I was like, yo, I know this is a jazz brunch, but looking at the age of the people, I think we could go to Atlantic City on a bus ride after this shit, and maybe we could go march, a civil rights march, because it was just a really, really old crowd. They wasn't getting none of the references. Yeah, I was talking about being in the barbershop getting a haircut. These motherfuckers ain't had hair in like 35 years. So it was a real quiet night, man. But you know, the funny thing about it is that day, that was like 2:00 in the afternoon. And the thing about it is you got to keep going and you got to get right back up. And that was 2:00 in the afternoon. And it didn't go well. And I drove to the Poconos that night and did a show with Sean Harvey, and I rocked.
So you rebounded.
Hey, shout out to Sean Harvey.
Yep. Same night. So if I would have just stayed where I was feeling all bad, and you know, I wouldn't have done anything. But you know what?
Right.
I was like, yo, I'm going, man. So it was like from 2:00 in the afternoon until 8:00 that night. It was a big difference. Of course, the crowd was different too.
Right. Shout out to everybody on the Facebook Live. Tapping in. Uni, what up? Daniel, what up?
They talking crazy? What they saying?
They saying what up? They laughing at you. They showing love right now. You know, everybody tuning in. Comedians, OC, just a bunch of family, friends, and people. Show love, follow all these comedians. We got a few more questions, and then we gonna wrap up. But Eva,
up,
yeah, I'm here.
What was we saying? See, I done got
night
fucked
you
up.
Bombed.
Yeah, night you bombed.
When I bombed. Oh,
keep it 100. You can keep it 100.
No, trust me, I'm not. I always keep it 100. I'm trying to think. Like, I've bombed plenty of times. I do well more often. Like, if out of 10 shows, I'll probably do well on 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably kill 8. But there's always those 2 nights, and then you remember those 2 nights more than the nights that you kill, because it's like, damn, what did I do wrong? But like when I bomb, I dip. I leave. Like. My manager told me, he was like, "No, you gotta stay after the show." I'm like, "Why?" Like, I'm leaving. Fuck these niggas. Yeah. Like, sometimes I be getting mad at the crowd. I mean, like in the beginning of my career, I used to get mad at the crowd. I'm like, "Yo, y'all niggas is whack. Y'all niggas not funny." Like, I used to get mad at the crowd, but one time in particular where I'm just like, "Damn," I was in Atlanta, and it was a pregnant girl in the front. She was mad pregnant. I was like, oh, let me guess. You went to a Future concert? And she like she got offended. She was like, me and my husband, we went through IVF and all that. We've been trying to get pregnant. I'm like, okay, sis. Now here you go with
That hit.
And I'm like, it was like, bitch, relax. Like, I didn't know your whole fucking medical history when I fucking cracked the joke, bitch. Like, but
right.
yeah.
All right, Yoob and then Onika on this one. Go ahead.
Hey, you know what's funny about bombing? That shit be the longest ride home, don't it? When you bomb, that ride home, you be like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm just, you got to literally sleep it off. You got to sleep it off.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? So I was down Soul Comedy Night at Warm Daddy. You know, True Ray got the Soul Comedy every Wednesday, right?
I've been there.
Yeah. That's my big bro right there, right? So I was down there, and like, you know, everybody got their own format. It seemed like it, but once you get used to it, it's like, you know, it's that bad. But
I killed it.
No, you did, Onika. That's where I first saw you perform at. So I seen you down there, but no. So I got this old head joke, and everybody got their format of how they like do their material. So like I got keywords I use. So like if I switch a word up like too early before I master the joke, like it'll throw me off. So I had an old head joke, and this comedian dude, I ain't gonna say his name. He was like, "Yo, man, that old head joke is funny." He said, he said, "You should give dude a name. Call him Mr. Earl." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do that." And I went up there and said Mr. Earl, but I never practiced that name before. You know, and I said Mr. Earl and forgot the rest of my shit, right? And like, you know how you on stage and you know how you on stage and you forget something and like you start, and then like after about 8 seconds you start looking into the crowd, like, because that's when you fucked up. Once you start looking at the crowd,
you be like,
they're noticing me fuck up, and you just be like, damn.
Shit.
And your mouth start getting dry. And listen, I start seeing specks of spit coming from my mouth. I was like, oh, I'm fucking up. And I was like, and your underarm starts sweating. It was a rap battle.
It gets bad. You start heating up. You start overheating.
I tried some other dumb shit. It ain't work. I was just like, oh. It was bad, man. But I came back next week and killed that shit. So I redeemed myself. But it was just bad, man. It's not a good feeling, but it's good for you because help you build your armor up. It's the trial and error craft.
Facts.
Like you can't watch this shit from the sideline. You gotta be in that shit. And it's like you gotta bomb a couple times for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright. You know what I mean? You just
are you in the basement?
Yeah,
it's right.
We got it. We
got
it.
It's like he's streaming from 2009.
You know it's love. I said,
breaking up. No,
we messing with you. We messing with you. It's all love.
I'm in the basement.
We comedians. You know we gonna fuck with you.
You're on the iPhone 3.
You still?
I'm on a Razor. I got a Razor. Listen, man. Listen.
This motherfucker's on that cable Wi-Fi, that Xfinity shit. You know that?
I live in a basement. I live in a basement apartment, man. My bad.
Oh, that's why.
It's all good. It's all good. Anika, a time you bomb. Come on.
Anika,
I got one more question, and we're gonna wrap it up.
She in the car.
Party. So listen.
Yes, you better live your life, sis.
Where your mask at?
I was at. What you said? Where my what at?
I said, where your mask at? I'm just joking. I hate when you
ask that. I got it.
But no, you good. I was just being smart.
Where's your mask at, nigga? Because you sound like you're underwater. You can't breathe.
I'm crying. Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I bombed. Okay, so and it's true, when you bomb, you think you got it. What happened? I was doing Ray DeJean's room at the Lindenwood. I was already doing like clubs. Like I was like, cause I did like a comedy class when I started comedy. So I was like doing clubs. So I was performing for, a different, everybody else, others. So I went to the Lindenwood. I thought I was gonna be able to perform for my people that same shit. They was looking at me with their crab legs like, if she don't get her booty ass out of here. They ain't laugh at nothing. I went after Smokey. I went after like Tony. Like yo, it was just like ridiculous. Like it was so bad. You know it's so bad when they be saying, they be like, you'll be all right next time. First of all,
pat on the back.
My daughter was in the crowd. She was ashamed of me. She was like, Mom, I think you should write something else.
Well, listen, I know you got to go to the party right now, an event. Tell it, Anika, I know you got to get out of here. Just tell us where to find you. How can we support you? So we can,
follow
show
me
love.
all social media platforms, Onika, Onika Mclean, Mclean. On Instagram, it's Onika D Mclean because I had forgot my password and then I had to get a new Instagram because I'm old. And I do whatever. Just Onika Mclean. Follow me on all social media and please laugh, guys, because that's what we need. We need laughter.
Word up.
I appreciate you. You know it's love. Always coming on. Keep doing what you do, sis. I appreciate you coming on here.
I appreciate you too.
I'm gonna still rock with these guys. I got one more question for the rest of the gang. Like I said, shout out to everybody on the Facebook laughing and putting the emojis in there. I appreciate everybody. I got one more for y'all, and then we're gonna do y'all Graham. How can we support everybody? But last one, and it's a no judgment zone for me because I don't give a fuck. Who's your top 5 in comedy? I love to see who we think is our own is funny. Everybody has a different 5. That's a requirement. I like to know, and it gives me perspective on who we like and what have you. So, your top 5 all time, no judgment zone, no order. I'm gonna go ladies first. Eva.
In no order, no particular order.
No particular order.
All
then I'm gonna go to the guys.
My top 5, I would say Chris Rock, DL Hughley, Samoa.
Yes.
She said Chris Rock. She said that's some New York shit. Chris Rock.
I have a very thick accent.
Yes. The Caribbean accent.
That shit dope though. It's dope though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But who else? I said Chris Rock, DL Hughley. Some more, right?
Some more. You said some more for your female.
Cat Williams.
Okay.
And Dave Chappelle.
Solid. That's a solid 5. F. What's your 5?
Yo, favorite people I love to watch, man. Dave Chappelle, of course. Tony Roberts, man.
Detroit native, right?
Tony Roberts is a problem.
I think he is hilarious.
That nigga's a problem, bro.
Yo, I like Roy Wood Jr.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Roy.
Yeah. And
shout out to Roy.
Man, it's just everybody. Who else? Cat Williams and Cedric the Entertainer, man.
Cedric is in my 5.
No doubt.
All time. Just OG still making. Yeah. I respect that 5.
Yep.
Okay, you top 5. Your top 5 of comedy. What's good?
Alive? I mean, working now or just ever?
Yeah. All time. It could be dead or alive. It's no judgment here. It's just your top
5. Richard Pryor, of course. That's a given. You ain't gotta say that. But yeah, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps, and Dave Chappelle. I said Dave Chappelle already?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle. No, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, of course. And I gotta pick another one, don't I?
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah. Shoot fireworks.
This nigga adding one another coming.
Be like an honorable mention.
I got an extra one just in case somebody ain't available. I got you.
I don't know who else. Cat Williams too.
All right, I'm gonna give you my 5, and then we're gonna wrap this up. My 5 looks like Sinbad, all time, one of the innovators of making us laugh.
No doubt.
With white people on screen in movies. Robin Harris is a classic for me. Just him being raw. Red Fox, of course. Cedric the Entertainer. And my female is Monique of all time. I think that she.
Thank you for having a woman on your top 5.
I had to. I was gonna get 2, but y'all would have.
Yo, if I could get an honorable mention, man,
I would
honorable
have.
mention.
Oh no, get the fuck out of here.
Word up. Honorable mention.
Get out of here.
Leslie, man. Leslie Jones.
Yes. Okay.
Yo, if you haven't seen her special Problem Child, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, I think
it's not her last. It's not her last special. It's the one before that. Problem Child. Ridiculous.
I'm gonna say this. My personal favorite is Mike Epps. His stand-up is just. That's my style of comedy. My type of funny. Just silly, constant, rapid, silly. Like he just naturally. So like, I can appreciate y'all take on not only just comedy and life and coming on here. So tell the people. Let's start with Eva, and then tell the people how can they find you, what you working on, what you got coming up, because shit is opening up now. So it's not like shit is closed. Like you gotta be careful out there. But how can they follow you? What you working on and all that?
All right. I have my show, my monthly show. I'm about to do it bi-monthly.
Okay.
Mascara and Spliffs. The next one is on July 24th. Our first one since COVID. July 24th is a Friday in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, at the Brooklyn House of Comedy.
That's a dope show. I performed on there. That show is fire.
My audience is lit, and they are loyal.
Is lit. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mascara and Spliffs is at a Black-owned comedy club, Brooklyn House of Comedy in Bed-Stuy. Tickets available at evaevanscomedy.com or on my Instagram. The link is in my bio, Eva Evans Comedy. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, sis. You,
Thank
my
you.
Philly guy. Tell us where to find you.
What's up? What's up, baby?
What you got?
You can follow me.
Support you. Go ahead.
You can follow me on Instagram at Yoob the Funny Man. You know, I got funny videos and content up there. Like I ain't been on stage in like it's been like 3 months so far.
Yes.
It's been crazy. So I mean, yeah. So I ain't got nothing. I got like a couple phone calls, but ain't nothing etched in stone yet. You know, everything just opened back up as far as shows or whatever. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram at Yoob the Funny Man. Add me on Twitter under the same name, and that's it.
F. Will, how can we follow you, support you? What you got going on, brother?
Yo, find me on F. William Samuel Comedy, Instagram and Facebook. And I ain't really working on nothing but my weight, man. And that's a full-time job for me, brother. Straight up. 300 pounds of twisted steel, man. This is what it is. So F. William Samuel Comedy. And we just ended our monthly show for 3 years. We just ended our association with The Spot.
I saw that, man. I saw that. That's a dope show, too. I performed there.
Yeah, your shit was lit. Your crowd was
super lit.
I appreciate that. I'm glad to have both of y'all on there. Yoob, I'm sorry I didn't get to you, man, but it was a great forum for a lot of talent, man. And we had dynamite crowds.
Yes.
3 years in a row,
Your crowd is amazing.
God gonna bless you with something else, though. So
and it's like your crowd, like you bring out people.
No doubt. Yeah.
You bring the city out.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again just in a new venue.
Word.
Yep.
All right, so that's pretty much it. Each and every Saturday, like I said, shout out to the Concourse. For those that don't know, coming in late, Concourse Art Foundation under the umbrella of the Concourse Comedy Festival, which we had scheduled in April, but the COVID knocked us off. It's the exclusive Bronx Comedy Festival that I'm one of the producers and co-founders of. So this has turned into more than just comedians having a conversation. We getting to connect. You know, y'all seen the names that's been on here before y'all, so I'm glad to add y'all to that. And looking back at this during this COVID as a state of progress and connecting and just creating platforms for us to be heard and talk about topics that, you know, that matters and promote ourselves. So for me, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And soon we're going to see each other on stage again. So I thank y'all. Thank you for everybody tuning in. And that's it. Y'all be safe, be well, and wash your hands.
It was good seeing everybody, man.
You know that. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Hey, good seeing everybody. Y'all take care and be well.
Too, bro.
All right. Good night, y'all.
All right. Later,
Thanks for having me, Joe.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Take care, Eva.